Welcome everybody to another QB Power Hour. Today we're talking about maximizing your ProAdvisor profile, whoops, that shouldn't say program, and the new matching that is available. Thank you for joining me. Our agenda is, first we're going to talk a little bit about QB Power Hour and your host. I'll discuss the CPE process and ACE, Advanced Continuing Education Credits, and our learning objectives for today. We're going to help you discover some things that you can do to maximize your ProAdvisor profile, and I'm going to help you to learn about the new matchmaking with the Find a ProAdvisor website. And then if time allows, I'll talk about a couple of other tips and tricks for social media to help you save your time and work with that as well. So a little bit about the QB Power Hour. We do it every other Thursday normally. However, please note, there is a change. Our next one, instead of being on April 13th, which is 2 weeks from today, we're skipping that one because of tax season and that deadline. So we're going to have it on April 20th. So note the change there in the dates for the next one. Also, today's is an ACE webinar, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But during these QB Power Hours, normally we talk about QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, sometimes all desktop, sometimes all online. Sometimes we have some third-party apps or some practice management topics or kind of marketing topics like we're talking today with maximizing your Find a ProAdvisor profile to help you get more clients. We'd like to send out a big thank you to our platinum sponsor, T-Sheets, Time Tracking and Scheduling. Whether you're in the office or on the go, T-Sheets Time Tracking and Scheduling is your employee and job management solution. You can learn more and sign up for a free account as a ProAdvisor by visiting tsheets.com. We love T-Sheets, and they love employees. So, those of you that don't know me, my name is Michelle Long. I am a CPA with an MBA in entrepreneurship. I'm the owner of Long for Success and one of the international trainers for Intuit. I've had the privilege of teaching accountants and bookkeepers around the world more about QuickBooks. I'm the author of 5 different books. You can check them out on Amazon. Also, I'd like to definitely point out to you the social groups on there. The LinkedIn QuickBooks group, Successful QuickBooks Consulting, has over 160,000 members, and we've got a very active Facebook group as well. That one's QB Power Hour with several thousand members on that. I'd encourage you to join those. Those are great resources when you have additional questions, when you want to ask your peers some things, or if you just want to kind of hang out and have fun. Especially for those of you that might work at home, it's a great way to interact with some of your peers as well as share advice and ask questions of one another. Hector Garcia is my partner with QB Power Hour. However, he is knee-deep in taxes, so I am covering things for Hector during this time of the year. He covers for me sometime when I'm on the road training as well. So Hector's down in Miami, Florida. He does lots of QuickBooks training as well. He's also a member of the Trainer Writer Network. And Hector, hang in there. It's a few more weeks and it will all be done. So quickly, some upcoming events that you have. The QBTrainingEvents.com. That's from Intuit, and they have ongoing webinars every single month. They also have live events. We're going to be hitting the road again starting in May, going to various cities around the country. I know I'm coming to Long Island, I'm going to Seattle, I'm going to Dallas, but there's going to be events in cities all across the U.S. starting up again in May. So check that QB Training Events on a regular basis. Also, they have virtual conferences throughout the year. Then Scaling New Heights is all QuickBooks training all the time. It's a lot of good training opportunities. That's in Orlando this year. And then QuickBooks Connect is the best conference ever. If there's any way you can attend that in San Jose in November, I'd love to see you at that. That one's just so unbelievable that, you know, Scaling New Heights is great, but QuickBooks Connect just the epitome of conferences. They have some amazing speakers there. So it would be a great one for you to go to as well. Alyssa's wanting to know what the LinkedIn link is. You'll have that on the handouts. If you haven't gotten the handouts already, on the GoToWebinar toolbar, you'll see where it says handouts. There's the PDF where you can download that, and that has the link there as well. Okay, so on CPE and the ACE process, if you need continuing professional education, if you're a CPA or a certified bookkeeper and you need CPE credits to maintain your certification, you must attend this webinar live. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, it doesn't count for CPE credit. You must be logged in for at least 50 minutes. There's going to be 4 polling questions throughout this webinar. You need to answer at least 3 of the 4 polling questions to get get your credit. The CPE certificates will be emailed in about 3 weeks. We are a little behind right now because of busy season. So give us another week or so to get those out to you all. Today's webinar is eligible for ACE credits. For those of you that are advanced certified ProAdvisors, you need to get 9 ACE credits. This is eligible for ACE. Now, the question comes up a lot of times, where do I report my ACE credit? This is in your handouts. You're going to want to make sure you have this URL and bookmark it. QuickBooksTrainingEvents.com/ACE. QuickBooksTrainingEvents with an S.com/ACE. And let me just show you real quickly how that works. When you put that in here, you're going to come in here. This is going to give you the place where you can do your ACE reporting. So see where it says, did you already complete an ACE training session? You click on the Access the Reporting System, and you're going to go in here and put all your details in this QuickBase. It's going to pop up and let you put in your information out here. And down here you can choose QB Power Hour. We are free ACE courses, so just to let you know about that. Many of the other ones are paid, but you enter your information out there to report it, okay? So it is eligible for ACE. You want to make sure you get the polling questions answered and that you stay logged in for 15 minutes. Okay? So let's start talking about maximizing our profile and the new changes and the new updates to the Find a ProAdvisor website. Intuit has done a new matching. They actually interviewed and questioned and worked with lots of small business owners, asking them what are they looking for and how are they searching for it and things like that. So the Find a ProAdvisor website gets, last I heard, like over 700,000 hits a year, and that might be old. It might be more now. But Intuit does a great job of promoting that website for us. So for example, here's where they're getting started with QuickBooks Online. So it's kind of walking them through the getting started process. And here it's saying, hey, if you've already got an accountant, invite your accountant to join you with QuickBooks Online. So they could click right here to invite you, or if they don't have an accountant yet, this is where they can click on the link, Find a Pro to Help. And when they click that link, it's going to take them to that Find a ProAdvisor website where we, as certified ProAdvisors, are getting lots of referrals. So it's very important that we're maximizing our profile. So I'm glad you guys are joining me for that today. So before I go on, let me go ahead and launch our first poll question here. So launch that poll question there. Let's go ahead and do that. I have a client using QBO with the transaction data back to 1999. How can we condense and purge in QBO? Kay, you can't condense and purge in QuickBooks Online. That's one of the reasons I tell people when they convert to QuickBooks Online, condense the desktop file prior to converting, so you only upload like the last year, maybe year and a half or something. Like if we were converting someone now, I'd probably go ahead and upload 2016 and the first few months of 2017 because you can't condense in QuickBooks Online. What I would recommend, Kay, if it is a problem, you can start a new QuickBooks Online subscription. You can export your list, your chart of accounts, your vendors, customers, your products and services. You can export your lists and import those, and you can then put in beginning balances and opening transactions to get them going, if that would help in that situation. But yes, try to purge that data before you do that. I think that's always a big help. Okay, let's see how we're doing on that poll question. 92% of you have answered it. And remember, the faster you answer, the faster we can get going so we have more time for the discussion today. And I have allowed time for your Q&A as we're talking about these profiles. So 10 more seconds to answer this poll question. Are you a certified ProAdvisor? All right, last call. Going, and gone. Okay. And I'm going to share the results with you. This is super. We got 36% of you who are core certified. 47%, almost a half of you are advanced certified. You guys are here for the ACE credits. Thank you for joining me. 13% that plan to get certified. That's awesome. And a few of you that don't work with multiple clients. Okay. Well, awesome. Glad to have you guys with us. And those of you that are planning to get certified, I hope you will. There are certification prep webinars on an ongoing basis. So I encourage you to go ahead and do that. Okay, So we talked about how Intuit helps promote that. Then also Intuit, like I was mentioning, worked with these small businesses to see what it is they're looking for and searching for when they're looking for a ProAdvisor. So they've updated the new matching and the way that it works. So you'll notice on the left here, if you'll see those in the red box on the left, they can now look for which type of service they need. So that's one thing they can do. They can check which service they need. So these are things that are very important for us to make sure that we're completing our profile, because we need to understand what they're searching for, and we need that to be complete so that they can find us when they're searching. Also, once they're in the search results, you can see they can search by industry served, again by service provided, or the product supported. So it's real important that we do all of that. Then also this distance within 10 miles, that can be changed to 25 miles or 50 miles or even more. But that is based off the distance using your zip code, your address and things like that. It's based on distance. So again, we want to maximize our profile. This is free marketing for us. Ask yourselves, how many commercials have you seen with QuickBooks lately? Either on the radio or on TV. I know I see them all the time. Intuit spends tens and tens of millions of dollars. I don't know how much. They spend a lot of money on advertising and promoting QuickBooks. That in turn helps us because as they get more QuickBooks users, that's more potential clients for us, and they're helping direct them to this Find a ProAdvisor website. So it's free marketing for us and leads for potential clients for us. Also, the link to your ProAdvisor profile will show in the Google search results, but you've got to remember to make your profile public. You'll have to click that box. Somebody's asking, how do we add services and things? I'm going to be showing you this. So I'm going to be getting into this and show you how to do some of this in just a minute. Okay, so that's a few tips on that. Now, first of all, for those of you that aren't certified yet, I know most of you on this call are, but if you're not certified yet, you must be certified in order to be listed on the Find a ProAdvisor website. So step number one, if you haven't already, join the ProAdvisor program. This is for accounting professionals who are working with multiple clients. It is free for QuickBooks Online. If you need QuickBooks Desktop or Enterprise, then you have the Deluxe and Premium offerings, but it is free for QuickBooks Online. So again, you must get certified in order to even be listed out on this Find a ProAdvisor profile. Okay, so now let's talk some more about the maximizing your profile. First of all, you must, it's not must, you should include a picture. Include a headshot of yourself. It doesn't have to be professional. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to go get a headshot taken, but make sure your face is well lit and avoid distracting backgrounds. You know, sometimes people will have, you know, this wonderful scenery in the background, but then it's almost too distracting, and you don't want a full picture of yourself because then it's so small they can't really see you. So you want to have a headshot. And another thing to keep in mind, those profiles with a headshot get more clicks. If you go look out there, some people will update their firm or will upload their firm logo, or some people don't upload anything at all. Those that have a headshot, those with a real pic actually get more clicks from potential clients than those who don't. So that's one thing you're going to want to need to do that. Okay, then also we want to make sure that we try to get some reviews for clients. And one of the questions that always comes up, how do I get reviews? Ask for them. That's as simple as that. T-Sheets has the most 5-star reviews in the apps.com of any other app that's out there. And there's over 400 and some apps out there. T-Sheets, I remember when they hit their 1,000 review milestone, I asked them, I said, how do you guys get so many reviews? They said, it's easy. We ask for it. So we need to do like T-Sheets does and just ask for them. So for example, let's say you just finished something for a client, you just cleaned up some big mess, and the client says, oh my gosh, thank you, I love you, you're so wonderful, I could have never done that. Then say, you know what, I'd love to have you, do a review for me. And then they'll say, oh my gosh, I wouldn't know what to say. Even though they just said all kinds of great stuff, right? They're like, oh, I wouldn't know what to say. Then what you want to do is say, well, how about if I kind of type up what you just said, and I'll let you review it and edit it. So we want to help our clients to do this. So you could actually, based on what they just said to you, type it up what you remember them saying, let them review it, and then send them the link to your ProAdvisor profile. And what you'd have to do is you tell them to click on the reviews, and then over to the right side, you'll see where it says write a review. Or if some of our clients aren't capable of doing that, log in remotely and walk them through the process and help them with how to do it, okay? So sometimes you may have to help them with that. Also, once they've put a review for you out on your ProAdvisor profile, ask them if you can use that same review as testimonials on your website, or ask them if they'd be willing to go do it for you on LinkedIn. You can get them to use those reviews and have them post it in several different places. So that's something. One of the goals I think everybody should have is to get at least 5 reviews. This is going to help with your ranking as well. Because, you know, Intuit has a ranking algorithm to determine who ranks first, second, and third on the results. And so the number of having reviews will help with your ranking. So you really want to go out there and try to get some of those reviews and get at least 5 of them there. This is awesome. Karen says, I just did a quick calculation and 57% of my clients came from the Find a ProAdvisor site. That's awesome, Karen. It is a great source of referrals if you're doing some of the things that we're talking about here. So another thing is you want to make sure you complete your profile. And I'm going to go in and show you some of this. I mentioned to you the industries served. Also put your professional designations out there. We'll want to talk about our software expertise. Are you supporting desktop, Mac, point of sale, enterprise? And then also there's some new fields out there. If you haven't updated your profile in a while, you haven't filled some of these out, like the number of years you've been in businesses, languages you speak, and social sites. Now notice over here on the right side, this is from a real profile. This person is advanced certified. And look what they haven't done out here. They haven't put anything out there. How many leads do you think they're going to get? None. And that's one of the things where, you know, I will hear people say, I never get leads from the Find a ProAdvisor website. I think it's awful. I don't get any leads. And I'll go look at their profile, and there's a reason they're not getting any leads. And that's what I'm trying to help you with today is what do we need to do to get those leads? So I'm going to go ahead and launch a second poll question here. When is the last time you updated your profile? And I'll admit I hadn't done it for a while until I learned, oh, there's these new fields. I better go put my social sites out there and my number of years in business and things. So I had to go back and fill some of that stuff out. So you should start putting on your calendar, maybe every quarter or every 6 months, check your profile and see if you need to update it. If there's things that you need to tweak or make some changes or things like that, just put a reminder on your calendar to do that regularly, okay? Does the review have to be a client? I have a CPA that sends clients my way and has written a testimonial for my website. Could I put her testimonial on the ProAdvisor page? Kathy, no, you can't do it, but the CPA can do it. I believe, I'm not positive of the techie way that this works, but I think Intuit has a way to tell if it's like from your IP address, you can't post a review on your own profile, okay? I'm not sure how they do that, but you can't post a review on your profile. So you would want that CPA to go in there and do that. I just got a pitchy email through Find a Pro. Tiffany, unfortunately, you're right. That does happen sometimes where people will go out to the Find a ProAdvisor website and they will harvest our emails. Now, Intuit has made that harder to do than it was in the past, but people would go get our emails and then they would send us things, kind of spammy or pitchy emails, if you will. And it's unfortunately, it's super hard for Intuit to totally prevent that. They have made it harder by, like, I don't know exactly what they did, but they did make it harder for people to get those email addresses. But unfortunately, we want our clients to be able to contact us, or potential clients, so they've got to kind of have that out there. You can make it private if you wish. You can make some of the stuff private. You can choose on that. But I kind of put up with the spammy emails because I like the clients that I get. Okay, somebody says it says to request a review to improve my profile. Can I do that from the ProAdvisor website? No, what you can do though is you can copy the link for your profile, and I'll go in and show you this in just a minute. You can copy the link and then share that with your clients and tell them how to get in there to do that. and I'll show you that in 1 second. All right, 10 seconds on this poll question. This is your last chance. If you need the CPE credit, especially those ACE credits, you remember you must answer 3 out of these 4 poll questions. So last call, closing the poll in 3, 2, 1, gone. All right, somebody got in there at the last second. Good for you. Okay, 46% of you, whoops, let me share it. 46% of you have updated it within the last 6 months. Awesome. 15% within the last year, 25% over a year ago. All right, so those of you that haven't done it in a while, you definitely need to get out there and do it now, especially even those of you that have done it within the last 6 months. If you haven't done it since Valentine's Day, February 14th, that's when Intuit rolled out some of this new stuff, so you'll want to go check it out again. All right, thank you for answering that poll question for me. And let me go ahead and pop into the ProAdvisor website here. And I'm going to go into this one here. So out here, this is where you're logged into QBOA, QuickBooks Online Accountant, and you've clicked over here on ProAdvisor on the left navigation bar. And then here you're going to see where it says Profile. Also, there's a new link to it right up here. See this little person icon in the upper right corner in between the gear and the question mark for help? You can click on that, and that is going to take you into your ProAdvisor profile. Now, this is my pretend one, okay? So this one you can see there's no reviews yet. This is kind of a pretend one that I have out here just so I can share it with you. This is a sample account that I use for demoing. So this is where, though, we can go through and indicate the services that we provide. Like, for example, are you a CPA? CPAs can check audits, reviews, compilations. Do you help with fixed asset management, network support, hardware and software sales? Are you an IRP? Do you do taxes? You can choose the services that you provide. Then also we can choose the industries that we serve. All right. Now some people are tempted to go through here and click all of them. Sometimes that's not a bad thing, but sometimes it could be. For example, in the legal profession, they have very specific requirements when it comes to dealing with trust funds and trust money of their clients and things. So if you don't know that stuff, you may not want to go there, especially like with agriculture and farming. Sometimes they have very specialized situations as well. Or job costing with construction and contractors and progress invoicing and things. If you're not familiar with some of those things, you might not want to check that industry. Okay, we don't want to hurt our reputation by taking a client that we can't really serve well. So go through here and choose the industries you serve. Here's where you can choose your languages and the social sites. This is where you want to go through here, put in your links to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and your blog. Put that information out there so that people can find you on social media. Then we also have this software expertise. What software do you work with? Do you help with third-party apps and integrating those? Desktop Enterprise, Premier, different Premier editions, point of sale? Like I don't do point of sale anymore. I don't do Quicken. I'm not doing payroll, so I don't have that marked. So mark the things that you do out here and the things that you're willing to help with. Then also put your professional designations out here. You can mark all that apply to you. Are you an accountant or a bookkeeper? Are you a certified bookkeeper? Which one of these apply to you? And then this one has no client reviews. Let me pop over here. This is now my real one over here. Let's go ahead and open my profile. I do have some reviews out here on this one. Although I wasn't accepting clients for a while, so I turned it off, so I couldn't accept more reviews right now. But you can see I've had 6 leads or inquiries within the last 30 days. So you can see that. Now, when they click on the number of reviews, this is where right up here at the top, see, it doesn't show for me to write a review because I'm logged in as myself. But right over here on the right side, that's where it says write review, where you can tell your clients to write a review for you. Actually, let me go into the preview of my profile. Let's click on preview. Maybe I'll see it. Preview your public profile. And this is how it looks to the public. Again, I clicked on reviews. There it is. See where it says write a review. So you send a link to your client. So once you're logged into your profile, you can copy your profile up there, your public profile, and send that to your clients. Okay, so that's how we're going to be filling out our complete information for all that stuff on our profile. Also, this is really, really, really important. Under the About Us, those first 90 characters are very important because those show within the search results. Let me show you what it looks like when we do a search. Let me get in here. I thought I had it open, but I didn't. So let's just do findaproadvisor.com, and I'm going to type in my zip code. Make sure I'm at the top of the list. If I do Kansas City, I'm second. But anyway, I should show up here. There you go. Notice how you see this little tagline here, your first 90 characters. See here it says capital tax provides tax prep, individual. This person doesn't have anything filled out there. This one, see, this first 90 is going to show up. This person didn't upload a picture. So see, that's going to hurt. Several people didn't have a picture out there. But those first 90 characters under About Us is what's going to show up here on those search results. So you want to make it count. That's really important to you. You want to make those 90 characters really count. So that's like your biggest tagline, your biggest sales area for you. And we also want to focus on their needs, our potential clients. We don't want to talk about I too much, although I just put I in there. Or we want to focus on the client. So we want to remember features tell what we do, but benefits sell. Features tell. I see a lot of pro-advisors out there saying, we provide bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, and blah, blah, blah. That's covered under the services provided. You've indicated that. I see people say, we have 20 years of experience. That's covered under the years in business. I see people that say, you know, we work with this, that, and the other. That's covered under the products that you work with and the software supported. So we don't want to put that under the About Us, especially not in the first 90 characters. We want to focus on the benefits. This is why our clients buy our services. They want to save time, improve profitability, minimize their worry, things like that. Make sure the taxes are paid on time. They want to avoid penalties and interest. You know, they are buying us for the benefits that we can provide. Some of them, yes, they could do the bookkeeping themselves. They don't want to. They don't want to deal with it. They want to focus on running their business, growing their business, and any free time they have, they probably want to spend it with their family and friends or growing their business more. So we want to focus on the benefits that we provide to our clients. So always keep that in mind, especially in those top 90 characters, okay? We want to have a good there. So what I've got now is I've got some examples here, and I want you guys, this is where we're going to practice raising our hand and lowering our hand. All right, so I'm going to get my attendees. I'm going to put all the hands down for right now. So the first one here, PC and Mac, QuickBooks Online and Desktop, setup, training, troubleshooting, remote support, data file analysis, data file repair, conversions and transfers, enterprise, this, that, the other, every app I can think of. Is this a good profile? If you think it's a good profile, raise your hand. So Wayne and Melissa, a few of you think that's a good profile. Now, I'm going to say, no, I don't think that's a good profile, especially not the first 90 characters. If you want to put this kind of information in the About Us, you can put it later. There's actually a room for a lot of information under About Us. I don't know what the character limit is, but it's quite a bit. I would not want my first 90 characters, PC and Mac, QuickBooks Online and Desktop training. Everybody's doing that. I mean, that's not differentiating you from any of the other pro-advisors out there. So in my opinion, and again, this is just an opinion, I don't think that's a great profile. This next one, first of all, they're screaming at us because it's all caps. Okay, most people don't like all caps. Again, prepare tax returns, business plans, and bookkeeping. We use all appropriate adjustments, deductions, and credits to keep our clients' accounts at a minimum. That doesn't even make sense. Keep our clients' accounts at a minimum? Are you talking about keep our taxes at a minimum? So, you know, to me, there's a few things wrong with that. But again, the first 90 characters, they're providing features. They're telling the services that you perform. That's available elsewhere in your profile. You don't want that in your first 90 characters. Again, this is my opinion. Yeah, somebody else says not to mention the punctuation. You're right. You need to make sure it's very good grammatically and punctuation and all that. So yeah, a lot of us can see there's some things wrong with that one. And these are real profiles, I went to various cities across the U.S. and just pick some profiles that I wanted to share with you. So if this is your profile, I apologize. Here's a couple of other ones. Again, this one up in the upper right corner or upper left corner, accounting and bookkeeping, tax, payroll, blah, blah, blah. They're listing all the services that they're providing. That's covered elsewhere, and that's not differentiating you from other ProAdvisors. Here's one, Cloud ProAdvisor, 15 years experience with this, that, and the other. And again, this is not differentiating you. You can put your 15 years in elsewhere in your profile and the things that you do elsewhere. Now look at this one. This one's not that bad. I provide as much or as little assistance as you need. Everything I do is remote with clients for your convenience. And then they go into all their services and their experience and all that. So then they kind of go off the deep end with things that maybe they don't have to include. So again, they are most of all boring. Yes, they are boring. And that's a very good observation, Jerry. These are not speaking to the client. Why would I hire you? Are these compelling to a small business owner who's looking for someone to help them? So, I don't think they're that great. Now, let's look at a couple of other ones here. Do you understand your business inside and out, but the numbers make you crazy? I like that. Yes, if I'm a small business owner, yes, these numbers make me crazy. Do you spend too much time trying to get financials ready for your tax preparer or banker? Yes, I do, and I hate it. Are you sure you know which of your products are really profitable? And then I can help you get started or use it more effectively. So I love the first few questions here, and one of the things I love about it is you. I'm talking about you, the small business owner, not me, not I. I'm talking about you. And I like that one. Here's another one. Experience, integrity, knowledge allow us to use these qualities to create an efficient system, blah, 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 blah. So that one's kind of different, right? It's not the same old, we provide these services, we work with QuickBooks. It's different. Whether you're new to QuickBooks or a long-time user, we can help you with setup, training, and da-da-da. So I think that one's not too bad. Karen says, good examples. But wait, Karen, there's more. So this is where, I'm not encouraging you all to copy somebody else's. I'm encouraging you to read and look at other people's profiles and think as a small business owner, what's going to stand out to you? What's going to make you want to click on their link and contact them? And I love this. Somebody wanted to share theirs with us, so she's copied and pasted it and put it in here. A couple of you have, and that's great. I will share them. If you want me to share yours, put it out there. If you don't mind the critique, because if I see something I think should be changed, I'm going to mention it. So first of all, I'm not going to read your names because I'll help protect your privacy. We focus on your success. We tailor our services to fit your needs and have the expertise. Uh-oh, it just went away because there's so many out here. Oh my goodness, you guys typed a whole bunch in and made it move. Let me go back and find that one. Oh, come back. I'm almost to it. There it is. We focus on your success. We tailor our services to fit your needs and have the expertise to understand your industry. I like that one. Here's another one. Your accounting needs are my top priority. I support all QuickBooks products and most third-party applications, whether you use PC or Mac, blah, blah, blah. I can help you solve your accounting and bookkeeping needs in an efficient and effortless way. So to the person whose profile this is, I can help you solve your accounting and bookkeeping needs in an efficient and effortless way. My training is my first love. To see the light bulb light up makes me smile, makes my day. I would copy that part and put it up above where you say, I support all QuickBooks products and whether you use PC or Mac. I would put some of that stuff up above because that's more compelling. So I like that. All right, let's go on down here. So here's somebody, they say named top 100 ProAdvisors of 2,500 intuitive accountants specializing in QuickBooks setup, training, and da-da-da, free 1-hour consultation. Let me help you make the most of your program. So for the person who this is, let me help you make the most of your program with simple, easy to understand, and one-on-one training and accounting help. I would copy that last sentence and move that up higher before you say specializing in QuickBooks, da-da-da. I do like name top 100 ProAdvisor. I don't know that you have to give all the details right here of who it was from and things like that, but I like that. Focus on what you do best. Get set up, cleaned up, caught up, and trained in what you need to know so you can work more effectively and save time. I love that start, Leslie. Oops, didn't mean to read your name, but it's a good one. I love that start. See, that's going to be like, yes, I want somebody that, has that opinion, that they understand that. And then she goes on, run your business successfully with reliable, actionable reports. Very good. So see, you guys, some of you are getting it. How do you find other ProAdvisor profiles? Oh, that's a great question. So let me go ahead and show you that quickly, and then I'll get back into some other examples. Okay, so if you type in findaproadvisor.com, findaproadvisor.com, and let's just pick on a big city where I'm going to be coming soon. Let's do Dallas, Texas, and let's just see what pops up. So you can put in any city that you want to, or you can put in a zip code, and then you can change it if you want to see, more people. Like Dallas is a huge area. I might want to change that to 25 miles. And here's one of my friends, Laura Madera. See, she's got a nice headshot picture here. National Intuit Trainer. She's got her phone number real prominent right there, so you can see that. She's got 111 reviews. How amazing is that? Here's somebody else. They say top 100 ProAdvisor. See, now this is one, they've been servicing businesses and individuals. I don't think that's quite as compelling. This is not compelling at all, because this is what everybody does. QuickBooks Pro, Premier, and Enterprise, and you can click on any of these and go in and look at the details. There's Vic, that's Laura's husband. Nice smiling face there, Vic. So you can go click on any one of those profiles and see their information. You just click on it to open their profile, and you can see, look how much you can actually type in the About Me. And by the way, there's no paragraphs in here. You can do paragraphs. It doesn't have to be one big long run-on sentence. You can do paragraphs out there. So, go in there, though, and fill some of that out. So let's look at a couple more profile suggestions here. And again, you guys can type yours in if you want me to take a look at it. Now, we're going to vote on this one. Do you guys like this one or not? Looking for an amazing bookkeeper. I help prevent audits. Or maybe you just need advising. New business or already established. Young and up to date with the current requirements before you file taxes and can be your support system background all year round. Now that to me doesn't make a lot of sense, but I love the first couple of lines here. That again is something that the small business owner might think is compelling and want to click on it. So, go ahead and take a look at that. Do you guys like that one? Ooh, lots of hands are up. A lot of you like that. All right, very good. I'm going to put all the hands down again. And let's do another one here. At your service attitude in understandable non-lingo language. Upbeat about accounting, making it easier and faster for you to do your accounting and giving you insight about what you should expect from your accounting. Walk, talk, eat, breathe, and sleep QuickBooks. Only QuickBooks. Accounting rock star by way of not talking like a traditional accountant. And I know who this is, and this is definitely fits kind of his personality as well. So do you think that's a good one? Do you like it? Hands up? Lots of hands up. I agree. I think that's a pretty good one. Okay, let's do a couple more. And then again, if you want to copy and paste or put your profile in there, I'd be glad to take a look at it. Somebody said yawn on one of those, so somebody didn't like it. Okay, if you need QuickBooks help, you're in the right place. Don't worry, we can fix anything. Now, this person had a lot more below it. That I just copied that first line because of the first 90 characters. Remember, that's what's most important. And I kind of like that one. If you need QuickBooks help, you're in the right place. Don't worry, we can fix anything. I thought that was kind of good. Lots of hands going up on that one. So you guys kind of like it as well. Okay, I'm going to put your hands down. Let's try another one. I love QuickBooks, so you don't have to. I'll save you time and help you sleep better at night. Do you like that one? Yay, lots of people like that one. I'm glad because that's mine. And by the way, I was one of the people who hadn't updated mine for a while, so I finally got out there and updated my own profile. So yay, glad you guys like mine too. Again, you can put more details under there, but focus on your first 90 characters, that first sentence that's going to show up there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and launch our next poll question. And while you guys are working on that, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of other ones that had this that have been posting out there. Somebody says, how long does it take for changes to show up on the site? I updated my services, but they're still not showing up. Carolyn, wait about 30 minutes maybe. I mean, it takes a little bit of time. I don't think it is definitely not an instant update. Like you save it and then you go look and bam, it's there. Give it 30 minutes or maybe an hour and then go refresh your screen and you should be able to see that. Oh, this is a cute one. My line is, I already have the gray hair, so you don't need to. That's cute. And this is good. Be authentic. Not everyone will like each profile. Be true to yourself and the clients you want. That's a very good observation. Like I said on that one profile, that really fit his personality. You know, I can see him saying that. It fits his personality. So yes, you want to have your own personality kind of come through a little bit in there. And that's why I'm just trying to give you ideas. And some of these, you're right, some of these will resonate with you and some of them may not. But I'm trying to give you ideas to get you to be thinking. Somebody else is sharing theirs. QuickBooks Help. Your success, oh my gosh, it went away again. You guys are typing so many in, it keeps moving on me. Let's see if I can get back up to it. Here it is. QuickBooks Help. Your success and prosperity is our scorecard. Taking the mystery out of accounting. There you go. It's my mission, my goal, and job to make QuickBooks work more efficiently for my customers so they can do what they want into business, what they went into business to accomplish. That's nice, Susan. I like that. My mission, my goal, and my job is to make QuickBooks work more efficiently for my customers. That's good. We help you have more time for your business by handling the details for you. And then we specialize in, and they go into all the different things that they can do. That's pretty good too. And then the last line there, I would move up higher. We love accounting, so you don't have to. So that's a good line, but you've got it kind of down at the bottom. Some people may not read that far. So I like your line, we love accounting, so you don't have to move it up. Move that up higher above some of your specialization stuff, in my opinion. Again, you know, take it or leave it. I'm just sharing my opinions with you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say 10 more seconds on this last poll question. Okay, 10 seconds left on this last poll question. You guys are typing lots of them in there for me to read, and I can't get to all of them at once, so I apologize. So on the poll question, I'm going to give you three more seconds. So last call on the poll question. 3, 2, 1, closing. And this is not so I don't know, it's not so encouraging. 58% of you get less than 5 leads. That's how many leads have you gotten over the past year? Less than 5 is 58%. 6 to 10 is 16%, and then 15% say none, I'm not a certified ProAdvisor. So I'm hopeful that some of the things that we're talking about today is going to help you get more leads from that Find a ProAdvisor website, because I do get a lot of leads. And here's something funny I'll share with you. I had put up there that I was not accepting new clients at this time. I was traveling a lot. I couldn't take new clients. I started getting more people contacting me than ever. It was like counterintuitive, like, oh, she's not taking new clients. She must be really good. And I started getting more people contacting me than ever. But I also got people who were frustrated because I wasn't taking some new clients. So I don't recommend putting that out there, but it was just amazing how I got more clients. So what I'm going to encourage you guys to do is to follow some of these suggestions here. Work on your profile, make some changes to it, and see if that's going to help you get some more leads. Now, the other thing that's going to help you to get some more leads, we've got to get you ranking higher in the search results. Okay, if you're on page 2 of the search results, that's going to be difficult. So we want to get you on page 1 of the search results. So these are some things that you can do to help you get on the first page. Advanced certification, whether it's in QuickBooks Online or QuickBooks Desktop, getting advanced certified is weighed heavily in that algorithm. I'm not going to say it's the only factor, because distance also comes into play and some of these other things, but advanced certification is weighted heavily. They've got this whole algorithm where they rate different things, and that's rated pretty heavily. So get advanced certified. That really, really differentiates yourself from the other ProAdvisors. I can't remember, there's over 200,000 ProAdvisors. a percentage of them get certified, not all, and an even smaller percentage, it's less than 5%. I want to say 2 to 3% earn the advanced certification. The reason for that is it takes a commitment of time. The core certification is multiple choice. You can do it in a couple of hours. Or if you join us for some of these training sessions where we're going around to all the cities, we get people certified before they leave that day because we get them working on the exam over lunch and at the end of the day. A lot of them leave that day as a certified ProAdvisor. It doesn't take a huge time commitment, but on the advanced certification, it does. You can expect to spend, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours working on that advanced certification. So what I recommend people do is work on one module at a time. There's 5 modules. If you just work on one module at a time and take your time with it, I encourage you, though, to earn that advanced certification because that's going to help you. The other thing that can help with your rankings is to have more certifications and to be certified in the current year. So with QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop, a new certification comes out every year. You want to earn the certification, the most recent current certification. So being certified in the current year is going to help as well. Also, more certifications. If you are a member of the paid ProAdvisor programs where you have access to the desktop certification, enterprise certifications, point of sale certifications, those additional certifications are going to help as well. Again, we already talked about putting your picture out there, and those reviews help in your ranking as well. So all of this is stuff that's going to help in your ranking to get you on the top of the search results. Okay, Kathy says it doesn't show the certificate years anymore. You're right, it doesn't show the number of years that you've been certified, but it does list them out there. And that's where, though, you can put your number of years in business. In your profile, you maybe want to put in there certified since whatever. So under the About Us, remember the first few sentences, especially the first 90 characters, are the most important because people have the average attention span smaller than a goldfish. 7 seconds for humans on the attention span, and goldfish has an attention span of 8 seconds. So we want to really capture them in the first few sentences of that About Us profile. Then later, a little bit farther down in that profile, have your first keywords, and you might even want to put certified since, 2002 or whatever, however long you've been certified, you may want to put that in there so people can see that. Are there training classes for the advanced certification? Yes, Ruth, there are, and as a matter of fact, if you go to qbtrainingevents.com, like Brianna put that in there for you, under qbtrainingevents.com, not the /ACE, but just QuickBooksTrainingEvents.com, click under live in-person training. There's 3, let me just show you this, okay? Because this is important for all of you, and I want to make sure you all see this out there. At QuickBooksTrainingEvents.com. QuickBooksTrainingEvents.com. There's 3 tabs out here. There we go. Webinars that are ongoing. There's certification training, fundamentals training, all kinds of webinars. I'm doing one on pricing coming up in a couple weeks, first part of April. So you might want to go into webinar, find those, register for those. In-person training. We are going to be going to various cities across the U.S. starting again in May, and some of those cities have advanced certification training. For example, I'm pretty sure I'm doing advanced cert training in Seattle and in Dallas for myself, but there's other trainers doing it in other areas. And I'll post a list of the places that I'm doing it on my blog pretty soon, but that in-person training will have it, or Scaling New Heights has advanced certification training, and QuickBooks Connect will have advanced certification training. Once in a while, the virtual conference will have advanced certification training. And all of this training right here from Intuit, all of this is free. There's no charge for that. If you come to our live in-person training events, we will feed you all day long as well. We feed you a breakfast, there's snacks in the morning, we have lunch, then we have a snack in the afternoon. So it's like a cruise ship. There's food coming all day long. So I encourage you to check some of that out as well, okay? This is not bad here. Julie says I'm 5th of 7 for my town. So Julie, work on, and like Brianna said, work on getting advanced certified, work on getting at least 5 reviews. And somebody says, I'm consistently top of the list, but still get very few leads. Linda, I hope your About Us is compelling, the first 90 characters. We got to sell ourselves in that 90 characters. We got to make ourselves different from the others to make that small business owner want to click on our profile. Okay, so those are some things to help you. I hope it is going to help. Some other marketing tips, these are just in general. The referrals remain our #1 most effective marketing method. For years and years and years, referrals or word of mouth is the #1 marketing method for us as accounting professionals. Don't forget your current clients. In addition to asking them for a review, ask them for referrals. I've seen some people in their signature block that put down there, we always appreciate your referrals, or something like that. Or ask the clients, do you know any other small business owners who would benefit from my services, or who else I could help? But one thing to remember, you need to make sure that these referral sources, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. So you have to work on building a referral relationship with them in order to get these referrals, okay? So, current clients are a great source. Former co-workers or classmates, people that you worked for in another firm or another company, maybe they've moved on, maybe they own their own business now, or classmates. On Facebook, I've gotten referrals, people I went to high school with. One of them is a pediatrician, and his wife needed help with the payroll for their office. Another one is an attorney in the same town that I'm in, and he works with small businesses, so he and I reconnected and we exchanged referrals. So former classmates or coworkers are good options. Also, your peers. I provide referrals to people all the time. For example, within the last month, I had somebody contact me about fishbowl. I'm not a fishbowl expert, but I have a friend who is. So I pass on that referral to that person. I don't do a lot of manufacturing and stuff. So, if you've got certain clients, I don't do point of sale. I refer that out to someone. So I make referrals to my peers. I also exchange referrals with a lot of tax accountants because I don't do taxes. I don't like taxes. So the tax people will refer clients to me to set them up or clean up their QuickBooks, and I can then also refer my clients that need taxes to them. So there's lots of ways that we can exchange referrals with others. These are just a few examples here to kind of get you thinking. And again, you've got to build a referral relationship. So in your town, if you're looking for local referrals, attorneys, bankers, insurance agents, real estate agents, you can't just meet them and say, oh, I'd appreciate your referrals. You need to get to know them to cultivate a referral relationship. Offer to take them for coffee, offer to take them out to lunch or something, and meet with them on a regular basis. Maybe it's monthly at first while you're getting to know one another, and then you hopefully can also, as you meet a small business client who needs help with accounting, maybe they need an attorney to help them, incorporate themselves. Maybe they need help with insurance. So you can do mutual referral relationships, but you've got to work on that, and you've got to work on building that relationship. Also, don't forget your family and friends. It's amazing how many people, you see your family maybe at the holidays or family reunions, you see them a few times a year. You may not really realize what they do, or they may not realize what you do. Since they've graduated, they've got out of school, or they're working now, you may not realize what they really do. Talk to them. Find out. I found out that one of my cousins does real estate appraisals. So he and I sometimes will exchange referrals as we run across people. So don't forget that. And then neighbors and others. If your kid plays soccer or baseball or hockey or whatever it is, wear some of your QuickBooks logos to some of these things. And as they get to know you, they could be a source of referrals for you as well. So hopefully those are a few tips that are going to help you there. And then finally, I don't have time to show you this video, but I encourage you to go watch this video. So you downloaded the links or the handouts. You have the link to this video. It's got some very interesting statistics about social media. Now, when it comes to the most effective outlets, I think LinkedIn and Facebook, in my experience, have been the most effective for me. I still post to Twitter and some of these other ones. YouTube also is very effective, but I still post to others because I have a tool, and I use Hootsuite. With that, I can post something, and it goes to multiple places all at once. It'll post to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever I tell it to. It'll post to all of them at one time, and I can schedule those. So I think that's kind of cool. So Hootsuite is one to help you manage it. Check some of this out. Anyway, so check some of those out as needed. I'm going to go ahead and let's see if there's any other questions that I need to answer. When will her course show in ACE? Not there yet. Cindy, you should see it under the QB Power Hour. You should be able to choose that as the provider. Where do I get the handouts? In the GoToWebinar toolbar, click on Handouts, and you can download that under Handouts. Okay, it's right in there. Share the link for the free training nationwide, qbtrainingevents.com, qbtrainingevents.com, and you'll be able to find that. Okay, I hope this has been helpful for you all. I hope you've got some things to think about and stuff like that. Hopefully you'll update your profile. And this is also, if you want some feedback from people, you can post it in QB Power Hour, post it in the LinkedIn group. What do you think? What would you recommend? You can get feedback from your peers in some of those social groups as well. This is great. Kathy says, I am becoming known as a go-to person for file checkups. So thanks, Michelle, for sharing that concept in your advanced training. Yes, Kathy, a lot of us are picking specializations, and that's where networking with our peers, we can provide referrals to people for things that we don't do. Like I don't get into data file integrity issues and things like that. I refer some of that stuff out as well. So it does help to be networking with your peers, and you can do that in the social media groups. You can do that at Scaling New Heights. You can do that at the live in-person training events. You can do it at QuickBooks Connect. That's a great opportunity. All of those things are. The live training events in cities near you are great opportunities as well. And even if there's not an advanced cert training near you, I had some lady from Denver who joined me for the advanced training down in Miami back in January. She wanted to go somewhere warm. It was a business trip. She went down there for the advanced training. It got her, away from the office, away from home, and she took the trip down there to get the advanced training live to help her earn that certification. So I encourage you to do all that. All right, let's go ahead with our final poll question. And I always like this one. Did you learn anything new today? I know a lot of you are already advanced certified ProAdvisors, so I hope some of this helped you with ideas. Again, each profile needs to fit your personality. So I shared all those examples with you to give you some ideas of, no, I don't like that. No, that's not compelling to me. That's boring. That one sounded good. To give you ideas of good and bad so that you can analyze your own profile and hopefully make improvements for it. Remember, we want to think from the small business owner's perspective. What is going to be compelling to them? All right? And remember what you've got covered in the other parts of your profile with the services, the products you support, the number of years in business, and things like that. Focus on those first 90 characters. Those are critical for you. Okay? So thank you guys. Those of you that have to jump off, we are nearing the top of the hour. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of busy season. Remember, our next QB Power Hour will be April 20th. It is not April 13th. It is April 20th. So change your calendar. If you set it up as a recurring event in your calendar for every other Thursday, it is not April 13th. It is April 20th. Can I get ACE credit at Connect? Yes, some of the sessions at QuickBooks Connect and some of the sessions at Scaling New Heights, they're marked when they're eligible for ACE credits, just like our QB Power Hours. By the way, Hector and I, we are planning to have one ACE webinar per month on QB Power Hour, and ours are free. Okay, you can get free ACE credits from us, and we're going to try to have one per month. So we're going to be having a lot more ACE webinars. All right, if you need your CPE, please answer our final polling question today. If you need that CPE credit, do that. Oh, this is great. Somebody says, I'm first on my list in the 25-mile radius. Somebody else is first in their town out of 15. That's awesome. Very, very good. The top 3 in my area switch around when you change the distance. Why? Well, it's based on their address. And so if you do Well, no, why would it change? Okay, so when you change it from 10 miles to 25 miles, then you may have somebody who's advanced certified, or maybe they have more than 5 reviews, they've got their picture there, they're ranked higher just because of some of the other stuff that they have. So the ranking will change or can change when you open it up to more people. So when you change it from a 10-mile radius to a 25-mile radius, you have more people now. So somebody just may rank higher than the others. All right, last call on that poll question. Last call on that poll question. I'm going to go ahead and close it in 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. And I'll just tell you, 39% of you learned lots of new stuff and 55% a few new things. That's great. Very good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, a couple of reminders here. The upcoming events, there's that link where I mentioned we're going to be coming to in-person training in cities near you starting in May. Scaling New Heights, QuickBooks Connect. Love to see you at some of those. And then again, we have T-Sheets, mobile time tracking and scheduling solution. It's changing the way thousands of customers in 100+ countries do business. Again, if you want to learn more or sign up for a free account for us as ProAdvisors, just go to tsheets.com. We really appreciate them being our platinum sponsor. And also then there's the links to our social groups, the LinkedIn group as well as the Facebook group. I'd love to see you guys out there for some of that. Those of you that have to jump off, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here and joining me during busy season. Those of you that have another minute or two, I'll answer a couple more questions that we might need. This course is not on the ACE CPE website yet. When will Intuit post it? I'm not sure, Carol. I will send an email to someone who can check on that. I would give them maybe a week to get it out there. So I will double check with them, see when we can get that out there. I'm first in our local search. Yay, that's awesome. You know, the other thing about your Find a ProAdvisor website, remember when your Find a ProAdvisor profile, if somebody searches, like for me, if they search QuickBooks Lee Summit, Missouri, your profile, your link is going to be in the search results, usually on page 1. You know, so that's another way that people are going to find you is just through the Google search results by putting in QuickBooks in your city. So that's going to help be out there as well. Do you recommend having more industry serves or focusing on 1 or 2 areas that you specialize in? Well, Lydia, one of the things that I do recommend is that people specialize and try to become an expert in a certain industry or a couple of industries. But especially when you're first getting started, you may have multiple industries listed out there. Just be careful of some that have very specialized accounting needs, like legal when they're dealing with the trust issues and things like that, or construction and contractors when they've got robust job costing needs. If those are things that you're not familiar with yet, you may want to hang off before putting those industries out there. You just want to make sure that you're prepared for clients that you take out. To get 2 profiles, do I have to buy 2 ProAdvisor memberships? Linda, I'm not, yes, definitely, but I'm not sure if that even works. That would be a question for Intuit. Contact support to ask about that. Do you have a tip to differentiate between potential clients and people that are just looking for free support? Melanie, that is a great question. So when people call me up and they say they have a quick question, I'll say, well, you know, first of all, I hope you realize that I'm not Intuit support. I have my own practice working with clients and da-da-da. If your question is truly really quick question that I can answer very quickly, I'd be glad to answer it. If it's more in depth, we're going to have to then schedule a meeting. And what I'll do, if it really is a really quick question, I will just answer it for free, and then I tell them, keep me in mind in the future. You know, write down my name and my contact information in the future where you have more complex questions and you need additional help, let me know. A lot of times they will need more help. So it's a goodwill gesture if it is a quick question. Sometimes it's not a quick question. And then you just tell them, I'm sorry, that's more involved, and I really would need to get into your QuickBooks, and we can set up an appointment for that, you know, later this week or whatever, for 15 minutes or a half an hour for me to help you with that. So, you know, make sure that you are vetting them. You know, are they just looking for lots of free support, or could they be a potential client? The other thing that I'm always cautious about, the first thing they ask, how much do you charge? it's probably not a client that I want. Because if they're just looking for the lowest price, there's always going to be somebody cheaper. I do not compete trying to be the low price provider. I'm not Walmart, right? I'm not competing based on the lowest prices. And join me in April. I can't remember if it's the 7th or 8th, but if you go to qbtrainingevents.com under the webinars, April 7th or 8th, I'm doing one on pricing. I'd love to have you join me for that. We're going to be talking about value pricing with the wholesale discount and some things like that. So I'd love to have you join me for that, okay? What should we type in the Google search? Try typing in QuickBooks and your city, okay? So type in QuickBooks and your city, and a lot of times if you scroll down, you'll find the link for your ProAdvisor profile there, okay? All right. Man, a bunch of you are still staying. I guess you like additional questions. Okay, so then here's a good one. I think they are quick questions. It's the answer that might not be quick. And you're right. You know, tell them, if I can answer it very quickly, I will. If it's more involved, we're going to have to set a meeting up. You know, you kind of have to set the rules and the parameters. And, you know, like I said, I do sometimes give away a quick answer, because then hopefully later they will contact me, and a lot of the times they do wind up contacting me later. Does the Find a ProAdvisor website work in the UK? That is a very good question. I know up in Canada, I think it's called Find an Accountant or Find a Pro up in Canada. I'm not sure if they've got that yet. Okay, Brianna says there is in the UK. Thank you, Brianna. Very good. Oh, thank you, Leslie. She says, you are very helpful, so we stay. Love your enthusiasm and positive teaching style. Awesome. Well, thank you. Price seems to be the first question asked when we get referrals from the ProAdvisor site. Maria, you know, if somebody says, how much do you charge? You know, one of the things that you can use an example, you can say, you know, I can't just give you a set price because it depends. It depends on what your problem is. That's like taking your car into a mechanic and say it's making this funny noise. How much is it going to cost to fix it? Well, they don't know until they figure out what's wrong and what they need to do to fix it, right? You need to do more analysis to figure out what this client needs and what's involved before you quote them a price. So if they're insistent upon a price, then just let them go. Because as soon as somebody cheaper than you comes along, they're going to leave you. They're not going to be a loyal client anyway. They're probably going to be a PETA client, a pain in the backside, a PETA client, pain in the backside. Okay? Or like going to a doctor. You're not going to get a prescription over the phone. That's right. You got to go to the doctor. The doctor might have to run some tests to see what's wrong with you and examine you before he can decide, you know, what you need. So yes, definitely avoid some of that. Elizabeth still offers the free 1-hour consultations. I can't quote until I see their file. You know, Elizabeth, I don't do a 1 hour. I may do 15 minutes. I may do a half an hour, but I don't do a 1-hour consultation. There's a lot of information that you can cover in 1 hour. Or if you're doing that, maybe you're spending 1 hour looking at their file telling this needs fixed, this needs fixed, this needs fixed, but not how to fix it. Make sure you don't give away too much information. Okay, Bob says, Michelle, you rock. Awesome responses to pricing queries. Well, thank you, Bob. And again, I hope you guys will join me for that pricing webinar coming up. Where do I get info for that pricing webinar? Let me just show you guys at qbtrainingevents.com. qbtrainingevents.com. Under webinar, scroll down a little bit right here, QuickBooks Online Intermediate Level. Pricing your accounting services. It's April 6th. I was wrong. Pricing your accounting services with QuickBooks Online and a wholesale discount. Okay, so right there, reserve your place. So register for that. I'd love to have you join me for that. It is free, and you can get 2 CPE credits because it's 100 minutes out there. Let's see, where do I get, okay, I just showed you that. Did I just miss the webinar? Yes, you did, but it was recorded. Here's a great one. I've started saying I offer value-based pricing, so I would need to know what you want me to do before I can give you a quote. That's awesome. And I think a lot of people will really respect that if you explain to them and use the analogy of getting your car fixed or going to a doctor. They have to really analyze the situation and what needs to be done before you know what it's going to cost. And I like to use the mechanic one, because that's one a lot of people can relate to. You know, it's squeaking. You know, it's making this noise. You know, you have no idea what's wrong until they look at it. All righty. Well, you guys have been awesome. I appreciate you for staying on about 10 minutes extra for us. Again, I want to thank T-Sheets for being our platinum sponsor. I want to thank Intuit, Brianna, and Angel. Thank you guys again for joining me. I know you guys are rocking it out there in Tucson, helping all of our ProAdvisors as part of our customer care team. So thank you for all that you do and answering questions today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. I appreciate you guys joining us. See you again. Remember, it's April 20th for the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.